Fire department says that fires are hot no matter what, but when you're wearing 60 to 75 pounds of gear with tools, it's unbearable.
This is a report sent out just this afternoon by Linn County Attorney Jerry Vandersanden. On some of the city roads and especially out of town, more rural roads, we're getting some of this slush. The latest drought monitor still has us in a moderate drought, but they are hot, the grass is dry. These could easily start a fire. Authorities set up a 2-mile perimeter after panhandlers persisted, either verbally or otherwise. Tonight we had some of the bloodhounds across, and we saw you guys go across the lake in kind of a caravan of family. What was going on over there? Here in the freezer at Americold, it gets down to negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit. The doctor says think of your body as a giant backpack. When it's empty, you're rested. Each hour you're awake, add a brick. And each hour you sleep, take out 2. If you have too many of those waking hour bricks and not enough sleep, you get the idea. The Linn County Attorney will have to look that case over to determine whether he wants to press charges against any of the police officers involved that night. Until then, the Saldivar family tries to find light in a dark situation.
It's heartbreaking not to know what happened.
For Paul Saldivar's brothers and sisters,
we'd argue all the time, but I'd do anything to get it back.
33 years wasn't long enough. That's how old he was when his family pulled him off life support. Police arrested Saldivar back in May for intoxication outside Hazard County Saloon in Cedar Rapids. Police say he hit his head on an armrest in the squad car.
We want to know what happened.
A story Paul's brother Fernando and sisters Jessica and Paulette refuse to believe.
I have holes in my heart because nothing makes sense.
The Division of Criminal Investigation did file its final report to Linn County Attorney Jerry Vandersanden about 4 weeks ago. He says it's under review. The family is already skeptical of what will happen.
It's not going to be any justice for us. It's just going to be, protect your own for the police department.
Paul, his ashes.
Paulette keeps a memorial in her home. His ashes still sit in a box. After nearly 7 months, they haven't opened it. A brushstroke stains a wall where Paul once made a mistake. Paulette can't bring herself to paint over it.
For him to die the way he did is heartbreaking.
Each day they wait, that unanswered question, what happened, drains this family's hope.
For me, it doesn't ever get better. And especially not knowing answers, it's not getting better. It just seems to get worse.
I spoke with Linn County Attorney Jerry Vandersanden just today. He says it was a different murder trial that pushed back his consideration of that DCI report, but that it is under review. In a statement obtained by CBS 2 News for the family, Mr. Vandersanden says, quote, "The death of Paul Saldivar is a matter being taken very seriously by our office." He goes on to add that his review will be meticulous and thorough and that he will issue his own statement within the month of December. Covering the corridor in Cedar Rapids, Gabe Erickson, CBS 2 News.
Gabe Erickson live in Swisher tonight. He spoke earlier today with the township's volunteer fire department. Hey, Gabe.
Hey, how's it going? This is a childhood dream right here, but the Jefferson Monroe Fire Department in Swisher has 22 mutual aid agreements, or in other words, 22 departments they can call on for help. Usually that depends on the size of the fire, but when it's this hot outside, they don't hesitate to make that call.
A lot of heat-related injuries.
The volunteers in Swisher have a lot on their minds as it is.
Our people are maybe home sleeping, and all of a sudden you get a page, the pager goes off.
Responding to fires in rural areas on a moment's notice. Now factor in the heat. They had to call in 9 different departments to this fire last week in Mount Vernon just to keep firefighters hydrated and cool.
You have to limit your people. You have to watch your people. You have to make sure that they don't want to do too much.
Steve's going to walk you through all the stuff you need to put on.
And they threw me in the fire, so to speak. You guys do this in a minute?
Yeah. How's that?
Feels good. The fire department says that fires are hot no matter what, but when you're wearing 60 to 75 pounds of gear with tools, it's unbearable. Got my tools, and it is hot.
But now they start off sweating right away.
Only a few minutes in the suit and there was sweat. Firefighters face dehydration, heat exhaustion, and even steam burns. That's when the sweat becomes so hot inside their suits that it burns the skin.
There's a rehabilitation team there that provides fluids and monitors vital signs.
Whether in the city or rural areas, firefighters respond around the clock, battling extreme elements all the time.
The summer, again, this is just another challenge for them to overcome.
Well, the department here in Swisher also has a rehab unit that responds to fires as well, bringing fluids, cool air, and medical checkups for their men and women. Covering the corridor in Swisher, Gabe Erickson, CBS 2 News.
Sometimes important family treasures simply disappear over time, but we never expect them to end up in the trash.
In the CBS 2 Connects reports, Gabe Erickson shows us how a local garbage man was able to make one family very happy.
The guys at S&J Sanitation don't just pick up your garbage.
This is made in 1982.
They find your valuables.
Old John Deere toys.
You know the saying about one man's trash.
Oh, some odds and ends things, you know, that are kind of collectible. Somebody had thrown that antler rack away, and now you use it to hang safety glasses on.
Along Mark Albert's routes, he finds Tonka trucks, old newspapers, used Halloween decor, anything to add to the shop's personality back in Marengo.
It's like, why are they throwing this away?
But this collector and self-proclaimed history buff made his biggest discovery right under his employer's roof.
This is it here.
A diploma for a man who graduated from neighboring Blairstown 86 years ago, where the high school once stood, now a basketball court.
It was probably laying right back there in the corner.
Mark didn't know how long the diploma had been there. Nobody knew how it got there. Even after it was found, it sat for weeks before really catching Mark's attention.
I thought, who is this? Lester Nealand. Well, I knew Lester Nealand.
Not directly. Lester was once a driver's license examiner, but his wife, Viola, was Mark's 6th grade teacher for, of all classes, history.
If somebody had something like that of one of my family, I'd sure like to have it.
So with that, after hours of work and months of planning, Mark organized a meeting.
I think it's going to bring me just as much joy as it is him. Good to finally meet you. Oh, you look a lot like your father and your mother.
With Lester's only son.
Pleased to meet you.
Bob.
This is your...
Oh, look at that. That's been around a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, found his phone number and called him.
Nobody had ever told us there was a missing diploma anywhere, but it was fantastic to hear from him.
An old New Zealander proverb says, walk in the valley of our ancestors, learn of the history.
It's a little bit of the family history we're going to cherish.
An unexpected heirloom. Thanks to a guy with a knack for the past.
Know where you came from.
In Marengo, Gabe Erickson, CBS 2 News.
And Bob Nealand is now a family doctor in North Carolina. He happens to be in town for his high school reunion of all things. He says they'll clean up that 1926 diploma as best they can and hang it up on the wall.